Well, hello everyone. My name is Rick Passek, FlyFish Fanatic. Welcome to my tying bench. Today, going to tie a little Zulu pattern. It's actually, I call this one my Blue Zulu because it uses blue hackle, kind of a black blue hackle. So it's just a little bit different and a little bit of a different take on the Zulu. So it's the Zulu is usually pretty well all black. So this is my take on the Zulu. I call it my Blue Zulu. So I'm going to start off with a BL254N in a size 10 from Hends. Going to be using some Semperfli NanoSilk in black 12/0 for the thread. For the tail, I'll be using a little bit of Red Floss, just on a card. Don't know what brand it is. For the body, I'm going to be using a blend of the black and the blue, the third one there, Hends spectra dubbing. And then for the hackle, a little bit one strung saddle in dyed in blue. But like I said, it's quite dark when it's on the fly. So alrighty, so let's get her going. So start my thread as always. Cut off my tag. Just give it a bit of a wax. I use quite a bit of wax in this pattern just because it's got some slippery materials, right? So I'll come up to about where the barb would be, and I leave about two hook eyes space at the front. Again, wax my thread, get a little bit of the red floss. Gonna leave the tail a little bit long. Just catch that in. Open thread, wraps, come back. About there, underneath, over top, on back again. It is important in this pattern, I find, that you wax that thread before you put that stuff on. I find that stuff pretty slick. So now I just want to go a little bit past the bend of the hook. So about there for my tail. Now you can make that bigger, you can make it smaller. That's up to you. I do like it fairly short. I'm just going to come up and just finish tying in all this material at the front. Okay. One thing I did forget, I'm going to be using some 0.2 mil Semperfli wire silver. So that's what I'm going to be tying in right now. Let's just catch that in on my side. Okay, so I'm just going to let that hang for a second, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that, a little pinch of that, the black, and a little pinch of that purpley blue dubbing. I'm going to stack it on top of each other, and then I'm just going to always tear it in the same direction, just to try to line up those fibers. Okay, so that's mixed pretty good now. Okay, then I'm going to do a little dubbing loop. Bring that back. Wax my loop. Get my dubbing. Just lay it in there. Spinner, hook my spinner up, and I like spreading this out. I don't want too thick of a body on this, but give that a good spin. Really like using these NanoSilks and GSPs for anything that I'm doing dubbing loops with, because they just don't have a tendency of breaking as easy. So I'm just gonna, just more than anything, get rid of that loose stuff, anything that was still loose in there. And now I'll wrap this forward. One good turn right at the back end, and then just wrap it forward. I might actually run out. I did. That's okay. I'll do it again. It's the nice thing of these, being able to do this, right? You've got you can always redo it. So another dubbing loop. Back to the front. My spinner on it. Come on. My spinner was getting caught, so I'm just going to keep my finger in there because I still got to just take out a little bit of both colors and mix it. Wax. A little bit in between. I can tell already that's going to be way too much, but I'll just can always take some off at the end. Tie off, stroke everything back. Okay, this light's a little intense today. See if I can, that'll help a bit. Stroke everything back a bit and just gonna go over top of it. I want to be back just a bit for my front hackle when I put that on now. So now I'll take my piece of hackle here, and I'm just going to see that's a bit too long. That's about right there. So I'm going to strip it back to about there. I don't want the hackle to go past my body. Actually, wax. Just to make sure that this stem gets held in right. So 3-4 turns, bring the stem back up and over, 3-4 turns, and if the stem is visible, which it is in this one, just nip that off. And then I'll take my hackle plier, and I'll grab onto this. And you can see, like I said, it is blue, but it does look quite dark. It's almost a bluey purple, but as the light catches it, it's a lot better. So one full turn at the front. And then I'm going to open my wraps and come back. One more. And then I'm going to come with my wire. And I'm going to catch that in one full wrap at the back. Once that's caught, I can let go. And then just come forward through that. Come right to the front. Slide everything back, including that piece of wire. Everything nicely back. Build up a bit of a head right over top of it. Break that wire off. Get my whip finishing tool. Finish, cut that off, and then I'll Put a bit of head cement on that when I'm done here. But now what I like doing is taking my, first of all I got to take that piece off the back end, the piece of hackle. What I like doing is just taking my brush through that just to make sure none of those fibers are caught. And I even like taking the Velcro portion and catching it. And that's it. That's the fly. These fibers are a little on the longer side. Sometimes I'll tie it like here. Let's see if I got one here. Here's a Black Zulu with shorter fibers. Right? So it all depends on what you're going for. I like having some a little bit longer, some a little bit shorter. This one just happens to be a bit longer, but when this lays down, it'll be back here when it's wet, right? And it'll pulse and stuff. So these are absolutely deadly patterns. Like I said, I really like the Black Zulu, the Blue Zulu, and then another one I tie. Let's see if I have one. I think I do. Yeah, here. This is my Copper Zulu. I like that one as well. Works really, really well. So now they might be different. Yeah, you could probably call them something different than the Zulu, but the black one is the Zulu, and I just like I said, this is what I just call my Black Zulu. So you could call it a red tag, all kinds of stuff. So, but yeah, so give that one a shot. Yeah, this one I really like using this one when I'm using a washing line technique, having a floating fly like a fab on the end, and then like one of these and a spider or something like that. So obviously if you can't use 3 flies in your jurisdiction like in British Columbia, just use this one on a type 1 sink tip or a type 1 sink, and just slowly bring this one back, figure 8 with some pops. So alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If you've subscribed, thank you. If you have not, please consider doing so. And happy Thanksgiving here in Canada to everyone that's here, and because this is going up on Thanksgiving Day here in Canada. So tie lines, everybody.